Rivian and Mazda earnings are in. EV registrations are on the rise. Nissan dealers warn of production cuts and more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Laura Harris. Welcome to Auto News Now. Coming up, more on those headlines for you. But first, our lead story. Rivian gets hit hard in Q3 with a $1.7 billion net loss. Revenue was $536 million, but Rivian demand remains strong. The EV startup reported 114,000 pre-orders of its R1T pickup and R1S SUV. The company recently started a second shift at its Normal, Illinois factory to meet demand. But the EV maker still continues to struggle with supply chain issues. The expansion of production comes just over a year after Rivian launched the R1T into the market. Continuing with earnings, Mazda reported a big bounce back. Mazda's operating profit soared to just under $517 million. Wholesale shipments climbed 29%. Improved fundamentals helped drive an increase in net income to $490.6 million. Revenue climbed 48% and worldwide output increased 8%. But despite these results, Mazda grapples with tight labor as it struggles with staffing at its U.S. plant in Alabama. Now this ultra-tight labor market is also slowing the company's ramp up to full production of the CX-50 crossover. Mazda executives say U.S. demand for vehicles remains strong. You can read more on these stories in our newsletter, The Daily. To subscribe, go to the More section on our website and click Newsletters on the left side of the screen. The auto industry is changing as the shift to EVs continues to gain speed. EV registrations in the U.S. rose 57% in September as Tesla rivals turn up the pressure. According to data from Experian Automotive, legacy automakers and non-Tesla startups saw a 71% surge in EV registrations through September. Tesla rose 50% during the period. Tesla has had a mile-long lead over the auto industry in electric vehicle sales. But other automakers are striking back. Nearly 15 EV models in the U.S. have been introduced since the beginning of 2021. The line of new vehicles is putting pressure on Tesla, which saw its share of new vehicle registrations slide 2.8 percentage points. The semiconductor shortage continues to be a drag on auto production, nearly 2 years after the global crisis flared up during the pandemic. Now Nissan dealers warn of production cuts at its North American vehicle assembly plants through the end of the year. Nissan's U.S. sales chief says external factors continue to impact the business, and the automaker needs to adjust production schedules. Frontier, Titan, and Altima will be impacted by a work stoppage, with minor adjustments in other models. According to data from Auto Forecast Solutions, Nissan has pulled about 20,000 vehicles from production since January. Get ready for Honda's all-new 11th generation Accord. It mixes the sedan's classic fastback styling with a new air of elegance and forward-thinking technology. The Accord will offer 4 well-equipped hybrid trims. Our automotive news reporter, Carly Schaffner, covers Honda, Hyundai, Kia, and Mazda. She says the new Accord is more than a revamped vehicle. It's part of a bigger goal for the automaker.
Honda's goal is more towards its carbon neutrality. It's the biggest engine maker in the world, so it's quite an aggressive goal, and they have their target set by 2050. So what they're doing to start is turning up production mix on hybrid vehicles of some of their core models to get consumers used to the idea of electrification.
Honda is placing a big bet on hybrids, as the Japanese automaker projects that 50% of shoppers will opt for the gasoline-electric models that are positioned at the top of the 2023 Accord Simplified lineup. Officials say the new Accord will help check a key box on Honda's electrification strategy and will reinvigorate the shrinking midsize segment.
So Honda is putting together a path, albeit a little bit slower than others, it appears on the outside, but they do have a clear path to electrification.
The U.S. midsize segment fell below 1 million units in 2021 and is off another 17% this year. But Honda officials say the difficulties for Accord sales are about external factors rather than a lack of competitiveness or strength.
Honda is one of the most affected automakers in terms of the supply constraints. So they have shifted production to some of their crossover vehicles. So sales totally reflect production. It has nothing to do with the interest in the product.
Dynamics are changing as consumers migrate to crossovers and other light trucks. But the midsize segment remains important to the industry and to Honda. And the updates to the 2023 Accord are designed to keep it competitive.
It's going to be a little bit more powerful. A lot of people think that hybrids are slower or maybe a little bit more sluggish, less fun to drive. But I think that I haven't driven the vehicle, but Honda says they really put effort into making it a sporty experience.
The Accord will go on sale in January and will offer buyers a sporty and practical package with a spacious interior and updated styling. Thank you so much to Carly for taking the time to speak with us. You can read more on her story on AUTONEWS.com. That's all we have today for Auto News Now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at AUTONEWSTV and online at AUTONEWS.com for updates from our reporters all day, every day. I'm Laura Harris. Have a great night, and I'll see you all next time.